My name is Chris de Blasio. I'm VP of Communications for Showtime Sports, and we're here obviously to talk about an important WBA featherweight world title fight. Champion Jesus Cuellar is here. He is defending against the three-division world champion in Abner Mares. This is a terrific matchup of top-rated fighters in a deep division, featherweight division, and it is a fight that must be labeled a main event. This bout is going to open a very important broadcast for us. It is a hybrid of sorts. We're calling it Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS. It's presented by Premier Boxing Champions, and it's sponsored by Corona. This type of event is not without precedent. People in Los Angeles, and I guess fans across the country, should remember in 2012, Showtime presented a day and night doubleheader. We featured Leo Santa Cruz, another Southern California champion, headlining on CBS, followed by an evening presentation on Showtime with Amir Khan, all from the LA Sports Arena. But the event we're here to talk about today is on Saturday, June 25th. Again, Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS, presented by Premier Boxing Champions. It's going to be held at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, one of the premier boxing venues in the country, and a leading venue in the East, of course. The event is going to include a co-main event, another highly anticipated World Championship fight between welterweights Keith Thurman and Sean Porter.
Thanks, Chris. As Chris mentioned, we're probably in the midst of the strongest run of boxing in the 30-year history of boxing on Showtime. Obviously, the strongest lineup of any network this year. Compelling, well-matched fights, the best fighting the best. And right now, when there is some criticism of boxing, or at least it seems to be fairly common that the best are fighting the best. Well, all you have to do is look at this card and you'll get your response about whether they are. These are the right fights, at the right weight, at real weight classes, at the right time, all live to Showtime subscribers. Next week, we'll start with the super welterweight division. We've got 5 of the top 6 fighters in the division on the same card. That's the 2 Charlos going for title fights and a rematch of Lara versus Matt Rosian. That's again 5 of the top 6 fighters in the division on the card fighting each other. We had to put on a really, really strong card. And what we did is find the 2 best fights that we could find and put them on back-to-back on the same card. So both of these fights, Thurman, Porter, and Cuellar Mares, we've got fighters in the primes of their careers. We've got the best matchup possible in the welterweight division. There's no games regarding weight classes. There's no games about people, holding out for money. What we have here is just 4 fighters who are willing to take on the best fighters in their division. And they don't make a whole lot of spectacle about it. They just give them the fight. So with respect to this co-main event, Cuellar versus Mares, it's one of 5 featherweight world title fights that we have on Showtime this year. It's rapidly becoming one of my favorite divisions, and it's approaching the point back in really where the featherweight had maybe one of its golden ages with Barrera and Morales, and at that point. So I think now with the talent that we have in the division, and so far this year on Showtime, we've seen Lee Selby and Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell. We have Frampton moving up to the division as well. This is one of the most exciting, one of the hottest divisions in the sport. You guys all know Abner Mares. You've been watching him here in Southern California for quite a while. One of the best resumes in boxing. There's not that many boxers who have accomplished what he has done. Obviously, he was a 2004 Mexican Olympian. He's a 3-time, 3-division world champion. And you go down the list of fights that he's had, from Yanni Perez to Victor Archenian to Joseph Agbeco to Anselmo Moreno to Ponce de Leon to Johnny Gonzalez to Leo Santa Cruz. There's not a lot of guys who have names like that on their resume. The highest compliment I can pay to Jesus Cuellar is really to compare him to another recent fighter that we have featured on Showtime, and that's Marcos Maidana. This is a mini Marcos Maidana, and I'm not just saying that because he's Argentinian as well. Their styles are very similar. They've got the same level of aggressiveness. They've got the same entertainment value in the ring. So this is, quite honestly, every bit as good a matchup as the main event is. The last question, and I've gotten it fairly frequently, is why put these two fights together? And again, once we made the main event, Thurman Porter, which is again the best matchup in the welterweight division, we were looking for, you know, another matchup in another division that had the same level of quality. That's what we have here. We have a main event and a co-main event where it's all action, two aggressive fighters, you know, who will be coming at each other in the primes of their career. It's something that I know CBS is very proud of. It's something that Showtime is very proud of, and I can't wait until June 25th. Thank you.
I'm really happy to be fighting, to be part of this card co-main event against a tough fighter, that's Jesus Cuellar. I know he's mentioned a few times that he's been wanting to fight me, and that I finally came out, and I'm not scared to fight. Well, you know, there's always time for everything, and back when he wanted to fight me, it wasn't his time. Now it's time for him to face me, and he's gonna know what it is to fight a top level fighter. As mentioned, you know, I've been in boxing for many years. I've been in 2004 Olympian. I fought many tough fights. I'm coming from one actually. I just fought Leo Santa Cruz, so tough fight. But definitely, I mean, the outcome wasn't the best one. It was the one we wanted, but it was a tough fight, and a fight where we showed that we have the heart, we have the intelligence, we have everything. You know, it was a tough fight against a level fighter. And now we have a Jesus Cuellar, who's a tough fighter, a guy who hits, a guy who I respect as a fighter, as a person. I have nothing bad to say about him. But other than that, I just have to tell him that, you know, to get ready. He could be in the highest mountain. I know he's training in Big Bear. He can train in the highest mountain, but you know, conditioning is not what's going to get him the victory. And I'm a skill level fighter. I'm a level fighter, and I'm going to show him that. There's a big difference. You know, thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to be fighting in Brooklyn, actually, in New York, for the very first time. I'm excited. We're taking this as a family trip. You know, I'm fighting, becoming world champion, and after that we go sightseeing with the family. So I'm excited, I'm really happy. Thank you for the family that is here, my friends, you know, press. You know, I'm happy to be working with Robert Garcia now. You know, we're taking this fight really serious. You know, it's a fight that I'm gonna gain so much, and Robert too. You know, as a team, as he once worked with Jesus Cuellar, and I think he's gonna show him. With me, as an example, it was a big mistake leaving him. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Bueno, nada, se dio una gran pelea, la pelea que estaba buscando para crecer un poco más. Sé que estoy entrenando con mi equipo, uno de los mejores, y nada, creo que el 25 de junio se va a ver bien la calidad de boxeo que tengo.
I've been training hard for this fight. You'll see in June the 25th that I have one of the best teams out there, and you know, I'm glad that finally this fight came out.
Estoy muy contento con mi equipo, estamos trabajando muy duro, ya hace 2 meses y medio que estamos en Big Bear, y nada, gracias por todo, gracias a la cadena de Showtime, CBC, y a Ángel por todo lo que está haciendo conmigo.
We've been training out of Big Bear for a little more of 2 months now. So I'm glad and I'm training hard for this fight. I want to thank you all and thank CBS Showtime for this opportunity, and also to all.
El 25 de junio voy a estar preparado para dejar todo en el ring. Una vez más voy a levantar mis brazos en alto y voy a demostrar quién es el campeón.
On June the 25th, once again, I will give it all, and we'll leave it all in the ring, and I will raise my hands once again, and I will prove who the champion is.
Muchísimas gracias a todos.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Steven, come on up.
Abner Mares. Where's Kevin Ready?
Yep.
Tell him to come up here. Where's the trainer? Robert.
Kevin, come on up.
Thank you.
And Robert, yeah, and Sebastian, or? Sebastian, your trainer? I'm sorry. Pardon me. Please. Sorry, pardon me. Yeah, nice to see you. Thank you.
There you go, that's a good
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, guys.
Alright. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is, Abner's going to be at this table. Jesus is actually